You know, I'm finding it much harder to figure out what I'm going to say in the beginning of these videos. So I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to Yoho National Park. That's it. See you in a bit. I'm just kidding. I mean, I really don't know what much to say, but I know that today's gonna be a little bit colder, so I'm I'm wearing 2 layers underneath today. I think it's supposed to drop down into the 30s at the highest. So I'm hoping I can at least go outside and walk around in Yoho Park. But I don't know if from the last couple of times where I've gone out for a hike in 30-40 degree weather, if my body temperature will get high enough that it'll keep me warm, so I don't have to worry about putting on another layer on top of what I'm already wearing. So right now, looking at the temperature, it's 31 degrees Fahrenheit over there. So it's literally below freezing. I don't know if it has to do with the fact that there might be a little bit of fog cover, like how you can't see it out there, but there's fog cover. I don't know if it has to do with that, but it is going to be below freezing. So again, I don't know if this will be enough. I do have my gloves though that I can wear that are in the car. So if there is a place for me to do maybe some light hiking, something that's maybe a mile, 2 miles, that should be enough to keep me warm. But yeah, that's my day today. So I'll see you guys once I get over there. I don't know why the car does that every time. So I decided to stop here at Baker Creek at Base Camp, which is this neat little hotel. It's like everything is like an individual unit. You can see behind me where you have like these little cabins which look really nice. And according to their website, it seems like it would be pretty expensive. I haven't actually had a chance to look at the actual cost of it because the signal out here isn't that great, but it shows $3 signs out of $4 signs, so I would think that means that it's not cheap. But it's really cool here. I came over here because I saw that Peter McKinnon was in the area actually here, so I was like, okay, maybe I can come by here. Maybe I thought this was maybe like a cafe or some kind of visitor center, information center, or whatever it might be. So I'm like, okay, I can come here, maybe check out some of the local stuff, and then maybe run into Peter McKinnon. But that's not the case. This is just strictly a hotel. But my hopes of seeing Peter McKinnon in person have faded. But kind of sucks that I didn't get to run into him here. So I took this little detour just so I can do that, but I'm gonna start heading now towards Yoho, which is where I should have been maybe about half an hour ago already. So I'll go there and I'll see you guys when I get there. Okay, I just had to stop for a quick second because it started to rain, or it started to snow a lot heavier. You can't really tell that way, but this way you can see all the snow right here. Dude, that's crazy. Like, it was ever so light. It was snowing very lightly. And then as I'm driving, I drove maybe, I don't know, 8-10 kilometers away from the hotel that I was just at a little bit ago. It was very light, and then now it's coming down. Like, dude, this is crazy. This is awesome. And they're huge flakes too. It's all clumped up together, which is really cool. Look at that. Look at my shirt. Oh man, hold on. Let me put my gloves on real quick. It's actually pretty cool. But it's like in an instant it just started to come down. Like the clouds just opened up. I can get some to land on my hand. Look at that. It's pretty big. I'm glad that it's snowing very lightly and it's not super heavy. I think if it were heavy, I wouldn't be able to do anything today. I wouldn't have been able to go over to Yoho, which I still haven't gone to yet. I'm actually pretty close by. But I'm glad it's more like a light snowfall instead of it being a crazy blizzard. Otherwise it would have just ruined all my plans. But yeah, this is cool. It's all in my hair and everything. Clearly I don't see enough snow. I've only ever seen snowfall maybe 3 or 4 times in my life, and I think this is the most that I've seen in one place. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like it. So unfortunately, the visitor center that's here in the town of Field, close by, was closed due to the season. So I couldn't really get any information on Yoho National Park. So kind of like a spur of the moment kind of thing, I decided to come to Emerald Lake, which is nearby, and it's just starting to snow a lot heavier than it was a few minutes ago. I'm gonna check it out just to see what there is, and then I might not hang around too long. I might check out a couple other spots in the area before heading back into Canmore. Actually, before Canmore, I might go back into Banff just to get a couple things and then head back into Canmore. But with the snow, it's kind of hard to do much. I guess I kind of chose a bad day to come out to this area of Banff. But hey, sometimes things don't work out the way that you want them to. But it's still very beautiful with the snow. So let's go out here to the lake and see what's going on. Initially, I was very confused. I thought this was an island, and it turns out it's not an island. It's just a little mini peninsula that sticks out of the lake that they decided to build a bridge over. So, because I thought the bridge was to an island, kind of like when I was over at Pyramid Lake yesterday, but that's not the case. But it's like a little town. You got houses on here, but then you actually have like a hotel that's just behind me that I walked up to, decided to turn back around. It's too bad you can't see much of the lake due to the fog. It looks like it might be clearing up a little bit, but even that I don't think it'll be enough to see it, but the lake looks beautiful too. While I was down there, one of the things that I didn't get to do, as you saw from that sign, was go up to the lake shore, so that way I can take a much lower angle picture of the mountains in the background with the lake there in the foreground. But because of what's known as the whirling disease that seems to be very prominent there in that, you know, in the water and everything, it was closed off, so I couldn't get any closer than that sign. But overall, not a really bad lake. It's pretty nice. I'm sure during the summer, as I've said with a lot of these other lakes, during the summer I'm sure it's a lot better to come up here. You're gonna have better conditions. It's gonna be a lot warmer. Of course, you can go swimming. Well, assuming that they figure out what's up with this whirling disease that's in there. And then you have the hotel that's up there called Emerald Lake Lodge. I think it's just one hotel, but then there seem to be these other individual houses, but I'm not sure if those houses are actual homes or if those are units as part of the hotel. But it was really nice. I don't think, given that there's not much to do right now, given the time of the year and the conditions, I might just end up going back to Canmore today and just call it. I only have a few hours of daylight left. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go back to Canmore, go back to my hotel and edit some videos. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I know that there wasn't much to do. I was hoping for a little bit more, but I didn't get a chance to do a lot of what I was expecting to do. But either way, if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this. And also, if you want to see go-karting related videos in the future. And I will see you guys in the next one. See ya. Hey guys, I just wanted to add this part here to the end of the video to let you guys know that today is my last day here in Canada. Tomorrow morning I head to the airport, or I head to Calgary. I don't necessarily go to the airport as soon as I get there because my flight isn't until 6 o'clock. I'm gonna be getting up early in the morning to try to be out of here by 9:30 and head over into Calgary, so that way I can spend a little bit of time driving around the town to see if, well, the city, to see if there are any places that I wanna maybe check out before I leave. I wanna see if there's maybe like a local game store that might have some games in there, like some old vintage games or whatever that I can buy before heading to the airport. So I might do that and just kill time somehow, and then be at the airport by around 4 p.m. should be a good time, between 4 and 4:30, so I can drop off the rental. And I guess I have to go through customs again. Anywho, I've had a lot of fun here, being not just in Canada but also in Montana. I'm really glad I did this trip. Now, while I've enjoyed being in both of these places, I think being here in the land of moose, Mounties, and maple syrup has been the better of the two. I've enjoyed it a lot more, especially being in a country that's slightly foreign, and it's been a lot of fun getting used to the metric system, given that everything is in kilometers and in Celsius. I kind of had to rewire my brain a little bit just to be able to understand the distances for when I drove up to Jasper, for example. And the last thing that I want to do is thank those of you that have watched most, if not all, of the videos in this series of me traveling to Montana and Canada. You guys are the real ones. You guys are showing the support that I really appreciate from anyone that comes across my videos in general. You guys are contributing to the very little growth, like very microscopic growth that this channel has, and I would love for it to get bigger. So I'm hoping that even in the slightly distant future, these videos do find a little bit of traction and gain hundreds or maybe even thousands of views. So I thank you guys for that. So now that I'm kind of running out of content to do travel wise, from here on until the next trip that I go on, I'm just gonna go back to the regular go-karting content, but even that's gonna be a little bit iffy, considering that because of the amount of money I spent on this trip, I'm gonna be taking some time to recuperate from that. So I might do a couple of track days before the end of the year, but I can't promise anything. All I know is that I'm gonna have to pick up a lot of shifts at work to compensate for everything. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this Montana Canadian adventure, and I'll see you guys in the next adventure, wherever that'll take me. Take care.